How we doing, everybody? This is Splash of Gas with Dave Weichert doing our weekly report with Tyler Truex. Welcome back to the show, Tyler. Excited to do these weekly reports about the Wall season and the other races that you're doing.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks. This will be a fun little series throughout the year as far as just recapping every week. It's going to be a diverse schedule this year between playing around on the dirt on Fridays sometimes, and then racing full time at Wall, and then a little bit of the tour stuff involved. So, looking forward to just keeping everybody up to date on what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of action, for sure. Just like you said, and yeah, just want to be able to share that with everyone. So, let's get right into it. What a fantastic opening night at Wall to start the 2026 season. We've spoken about the excitement with the new promoters, the hard work that they put in, and that was finally in the spotlight. Track really looked beautiful on Saturday night.
Yeah, it looked really good. Yeah, I mean everybody that Pete put in place for that place the past 6 months is unbelievable. The amount of work that they put in from when the doors shut at Turkey Derby that we seen up until this past weekend. Um, just night and day different as far as how they're running the show and even down to the parking. Just with everything was just much different. And like I said, they didn't. There's no handbook for this kind of stuff that they got thrown into. So I think they did a phenomenal job trying to get everything into play, and I don't think they were expecting a sold out crowd. So it definitely made things tough on a first time deal. But I mean, yeah, just being back at Wall and the hype around it is definitely exciting going into this year for sure.
Yeah, just like you said, those small details where they made improvements was nice, and that crowd for sure. We'll get at it. Getting more of that in a couple minutes, but the start of the season a little bit different for you from years past. You come in as the defending modified champ. Also, as we were mentioning a couple weeks when we had you on the show, you'll be running the 56, a number that's been in your family. What's it like getting back to the track for you last Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, as far as just coming off the championship there, that's that's cool in itself. Just as far as just talking to everybody and just yeah, kind of sinking all in as far as just being a champion there. Now that the new promoters they put past champions bleachers up in the grandstands, and one of them is the Truex grandstands, and that isn't from any of the other family members. That's just solely from me winning a championship there. So that means a lot just for the family aspect of things, and just like you said, with the family number coming back with the 56, and it's hopefully it's going to be not that it isn't a special year already, but it's shaping to hopefully be a really good time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, one of those small touches that they did made were adding the names of the past champions, and really cool to see your last name up there, and yeah, also the 56. Think just from like what you were saying, talking to people at the track, last Saturday, really a lot of excitement with that, and then one other thing that was a small touch that they did was honoring last year's champions. You got to speak to the crowd as well. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was another great thing that Pete and Fred did for all the past champions. We never really got a true banquet or a true send off for the champions last year under the other promoters. So they they did a little ceremony for us on the in the infield of the track there in front of that the sold out crowd that was there. So that was really cool to be able to speak and get a nice trophy and tell everybody there. how much it means to us, as far as a team and just what it means to the family for me to win it for the family and then also explain to them about running the family number 56 in honor of my uncle and just keeping the Truex name racing. I think it's important for our family. I think we got a lot of history uh, in Jersey racing and not only Martin going to the Cup level, but um, I think it needs to. I think not for me, but I think we just need to keep the name racing.
Yeah, for sure. It was great that you had that outlet, and we're able to share that. Glad grew up going to Wall, seeing your family name for a while, and it's just great that you're able to continue that. And yeah, it's awesome. And speaking of the crowd, you mentioned that was like a turkey derby sized crowd, and it really was just such great energy in the grandstands. Once you were locked into the seat, I mean, how is that for you as a driver? Must have been pretty exciting.
Yeah, like you said, the Turkey Derby crowd, it's just special for New Jersey in itself, like Turkey Derby is one thing because we have so many outside families and outside teams coming in. So, there's a lot of teams that bring a lot of people with their teams to come and support them. So it was just cool. All the people, all the race divisions that were there are all pretty well Jersey people, if not close around or who are going to compete there full time. So it was cool to see that big of a crowd for strictly New Jersey residents or full time people there. So that was really special to see moving forward. Hopefully that crowd keeps coming to see these guys each week. It's not just the outsiders that were there. So that was special to see. But like you said, once we strap the helmet on, all that kind of dissipates. We don't really think about that stuff, or as far as I don't. As not saying it that way. It's just a lot of focus. I forget about a lot of things once we strap the helmet on, as does many others, obviously.
Yeah, time for execution at that point. But yeah, really just so much local buzz. Around New Jersey, up north and in your neck of the woods as well. So it's really great to see a little bit of a track revival there at Wall, and then getting into the on track action. You were running, of course, the 56 modified, but also the Sportsman for Joe King Jr. How were your feet for the practice and qualifying?
Yeah, Joe King, he does a phenomenal job with that car as far as the preparation and just around just a beautiful car that he put together. So a couple years ago we started running together and yeah, it's just been a fun little thing that we just do part time, He asked me to drive and we're just putting a limited schedule together this year and just gonna probably run some of the bigger races and a couple one-off regular shows. But I'm super thankful to him and his wife, Brittany, and them guys for allowing me to do it. But yeah, it's like I said, every time that car comes to the track, it's fast. We actually have the track record there right now with the sportsman, with his sportsman. So um, just coming off of that, he wanted to run a couple races this year on the new tire, and it's still we got a little to figure out with the new tire. Everybody is in the same ballpark, but I think we just there's a couple of things that I wanted different as far as setup wise, but all in all, a really good race. I think we started 10th I don't where did we? I think we started
I can't remember where you started in the Sportsman. I know you came home seventh, but um,
yeah, I think I want to say we might have started 6th.
that
Nope,
sounds
10th.
about
Yes,
right.
we did start 10th. We started
Okay,
10th and
start
came
10th.
home. Yep. Because it was the outside. So, yeah. So just to even come home and gain a couple positions, even from where you started, is big. But all in all, after opening night and all the hype and everything coming into it, Wall Stadium's not an easy track to get around. Period. So in a sportsman, especially with the smaller tire, so it's always good to come home in one piece in that division.
Gotcha. Getting into the modifieds, you start 14th. You dodge some of that carnage out there during the 50 laps, but bring home the car clean, P6 finish. How would you sum up that race for the first weekend at Wall for the modifieds?
All in all, honestly, I think everybody, as far as I was seeing, was driving a lot with a lot of respect. As far as opening night and all the hype around the track and all the, like you said, the big crowd. Sometimes, and I'm a culprit of it too, drive over our heads sometimes with just everything going on, and just not being in the car for a while. So I think all the racing was really good across all divisions, especially the modifieds. I mean, we had that long green flag run there in the middle. And with, like I said, with the new tire, I believe I the race pace really never fell off as far as what I've seen on lap time wise. So that was cool to see. Went 50 laps and never really killed the tires. So that'll be good for us moving forward with the tire stuff. So um, all in all, a good night. Like I said, we were able to put it in the trailer one piece. Opening night, that's huge. Something to build on. We're all on the American Racer, so um, like I said, just the new tire, and just learning that's gonna bring as far as stagger coming in and all that kind of stuff. So much of the modified stuff is tires, so it'll be fun to play with that this year.
Yeah, for sure. Learning the insides and outsides of that new American racer for sure. Some of the restarts. I mean, you're out on the outside lane. I mean, those can look like from the grandstand we're getting pretty dicey. I mean, how are you able to break those down and get back on the inside in one piece?
Yeah, I mean, wall in itself's tricky on the outside because your night's really dependent on the guy on the inside of you. So there's a lot of trust factor there, and just commitment, right? I mean, like it, sometimes like you could you could fall in line, or you could just try and dive out to the outside, but it's tough. I mean, it's easy to get squeezed into the wall there. So, um, I got lucky there, a couple on the outside restarts. They bottled up a little on the inside, and I was able to gain a couple of positions there on that one restart and had a quick caution. But like I said, I think with this new tire, I didn't really see that there was an outside as much as there was on the other Hoosiers that we had last year. And last year they sprayed the outside a couple times, and it made the outside really work. Where this that at least this first week, there really wasn't an outside, so it was tough. The outside's obviously tough there in general, but yeah, I was just glad to be able to not have any crazy issues in the on the outside lane there.
Yeah, especially on opening night for sure. Always good to keep the car clean. You mentioned a lot about the tire. Obviously just couple the practice and then the 50 lapper. What I mean, I don't want you to give up any secrets, but what are you really trying to learn more about the American racers now?
It's just they're just a lot harder tire than what we ran last year, and um it's just new to me. I've always played around with the Hoosier stuff. So it's nothing crazy. It's nothing that we don't know. It's cool. Wall Stadium's gonna actually have their own tire mold. So American Racers working close with Wall, which is awesome for us as a track as well. So not much changed, really, to be honest with you. Lap times really didn't change too crazy drastic. I didn't notice either. Um, it's just as far as the consistency, not too much fall off. You're not going to have one guy set the world on fire in practice and then 20 laps into a run really fall on his face. I think it's going to be a lot more level playing field, which kind of makes it tougher, right? I mean, we're all close as it is. So it was nice to actually have some fall off. So yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to see. But as far as I've seen, it's a super consistent tire.
Got it. Yeah, keep learning with that. Um, looking obviously there was the rain out this weekend, unfortunately. But looking towards next weekend, race wins are of course the main goal. But what are you looking to make improvements on for next weekend in the 56?
Just obviously always just finish in one piece, finish the races. But I mean, obviously, um, improve a little bit. I think we were off just a little bit on the handling end of things. We definitely are in the right direction. Every time we've played around with the car each practice and in that race we've gained a little bit, but it's a new car to me and Kevin. So there's a lot of um just little things that I mean everybody's so close at Wall, right? I mean there's a lot of guys. Steven Reed's one of them. I mean the car that Steven's running, he really honed in on last year. He was the car to beat a lot of the weeks last year. So a lot of these guys already are quick. They're not starting with a new chassis and a whole new operation per se. So I don't think we're far off by any means. It's just a little thing. So I enjoy that. It's going to be fun. I think we're already pretty close. There's only going to be improvement. So yeah, that's the biggest goal for me this week is just kind of try to get get it a little better. I'm eager to get back on the track just to see the changes that we made to see if they helped or not. So, um, yeah, I think we're heading in the right direction. We just ultimate goal is just to finish.
Yeah, gotcha. Can't wait to get back out the wall as well. Definitely after the first rain delay and the opening night was great, but just want to get back there. But just gotta be patient with the weather. But yeah, awesome. We're really excited for the next couple of races for you in the 56. Next weekend NASCAR will be heading to Dover. Your cousins Martin and Ryan for sure have had some success over there. Any thoughts about the All Star race heading over there and or predictions?
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, it's a good track for the family. That's for sure. I wish one day I'd have the chance to go try and add to that legacy there. But no. In all seriousness, for the All Star race, that's a tough one. Obviously, there's a couple good guys at Dover that are always fast. Who would I go with?
It's
I'm
different
gonna
that they're not running like a full, like cup length race there with the All Star race. So definitely been struggling on predictions for this one myself. But
on the
yeah,
short distance runs. Yeah, that'd be tough because I'd say Chase Elliott would be good there. But at the same token, the Toyotas have just been so dominant lately. So it'd be tough not to go for Denny Hamlin. I think Denny's going to be a tough one to beat for sure. But it comes down to pit crew too. So um, Christopher Bell's been really, really good. And then Christopher Bell's pit crew's on the money right now. So um, yeah, I honestly think it'd probably be a Toyota in the Toyota camp. As much as I'd say Spire and the Chevys are really, really doing good this year. I'm gonna stick with the Toyotas
yeah,
and
don't.
I'll go Christopher Bell.
All right, cool. Don't totally a good pick for sure. And
Let's
Joe, get
let's keep track of them too and see how we do at the end of the year. That's my first pick.
We can totally do that. That's a good thing to keep track of. And just like you said, the Joe Gibbs has historically been so dominant. I mean, and also the Xfinity now O'Reilly series as well.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I mean. They're tough to beat with just their notebook around that place in general. But at the same token, so is Hendrick. So, but this new car and new package, I think the Toyotas are uh on the upper hand of that.
Yeah, for sure. Really appreciate that that insight and your predictions, and also the whole conversation. And just like we said at the beginning, we're really excited to do these weekly updates and just give more to the fans, and really hope everyone enjoys it.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's just another outlet to kind of keep everybody involved and engage with the fans. I I wouldn't be able to do it without them, and obviously all the great partners that I have. I mean, there's a long list that's helped me out, or helping me out this year in 26. So I couldn't do it without all of them. That's for sure.
A lot of great support for sure. Thanks again, Tyler, and we will talk to you soon.
All right, I appreciate everything. Thank you.
Yep, have a good one.